And welcome back to another episode of Coffee and Crypto. My name's Don. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching today's video. If you are watching it live, I hope you've relaxed, ready for today's episode. You have your coffee, have your water, whatever it is. But yeah, like I said, relax, chill out. We have a great episode with plenty of news to get through, including some news regarding Worldcoin. So you may or may not have heard of Worldcoin that recently went live. Well, I'm going to break down a little bit about it, give you my opinion on it, and well, would I invest or would you invest in it? So yeah, that plus more. So like I said, get comfortable and we will crack on with today's video. Now, first things first, as ever, let's look at the top 10 prices in the market. So Bitcoin currently sitting at $29,132. Ethereum at $1,850. We then have BNB at $237. XRP at 68 cents. Dogecoin at 0.07. Solana at 30 cents. Solana, I just said that. I meant Cardano at 30 cents. Solana at $23. And then Tron at 0.08. Now, bit of a mixed bag, I won't lie, across the kind of top 10. XRP's dropped down to 5th in market cap with that little bit kind of price decline over the past 24 hours of 5%. Most things are moving, and the reason being as well, Bitcoin has decided to move, not to the upside unfortunately, but to the downside by 2.2%. Therefore it is causing a bit of a pullback in the market. Apart from Dogecoin, which is actually up 2.5%, which I will cover at some point in a few moments. But yeah, market is a bit of a weird one. We're on, what day is it today? Tuesday. So a bit of a weird Tuesday, a bit of a slow start to the week. But again, we have had quite a nice couple of weeks recently. So yeah, this is expected when in the crypto space. Now, of course, trending coins are Worldcoin, XRP, and Bitcoin. Worldcoin, I want to just open this up first of all. I will come back to it at some point, but just so I have it opened up. Let me just see, it only launched like a day ago, so yeah, that's fine. Cool, I'll leave that there for now and I'll come back to it. But yeah, Worldcoin currently down 20% on the day. I'm going to explain a little bit more about that in a few minutes. So first things first, as part of the news then. So I kind of covered it yesterday slightly on Elon Musk changing the name of Twitter to X. So that has been done, and it now shows the branding has changed from the little bird icon to an X. Yeah, so the first part of this then says, reading the Elon Musk tea leaves, is Dogecoin coming for Twitter? So a subtle change in Elon Musk's Twitter bio after his platform rebranded to X has again fanned the flames of speculation that Dogecoin may have a future on the platform. Eagle-eyed Twitter, now X, users pointing out that Elon Musk's profile location now sports both an X and a D, with X referencing Twitter's new branding, while D has been interpreted to mean Dogecoin. Meme coin he has been publicly supportive of in the past. So again, I don't know if anyone's noticed that. I seen it yesterday, but yeah, literally an X and then a D. People are starting to think that it might be Dogecoin. So, Roll Paul, so again, you all know him, quite a well-known kind of person on Twitter and in the crypto space, came to a similar conclusion, albeit with a different reasoning. Now, he mentioned then that Musk would most likely use Dogecoin to make global payments for creators on the platform, noting that the eccentric billionaire already owns a big chunk anyway, and he likes it. So here's the tweet here. 2 things I've said about Elon, who bought Doge. Elon bought it for the AI and free speech angle is to give it an unbiased model. He needs the AI to train the Optimus robot. He will use crypto to be able to make global payments for creators, etc. My guess is that he uses Doge. When asked why Musk wouldn't create his own platform-specific token for these payments, Powell, of the Raoul Powell, suggested that Dogecoin could help Musk around securities laws, giving him zero execution risk. So I guess it would make sense for him to do that. I also don't know if he, again, I don't know if you remember, like years ago, I'm talking back probably 10, 15 years ago, if anyone used like MSN Messenger, XD used to be like a an emoji that people would type rather than use the emoji, if that makes sense. It's like I think it stemmed from like the kind of gaming culture back then of like typing like the smiley faces, they do the dot with the bracket and stuff like that. I don't know, I'm probably maybe reading into it a little bit too much. Maybe it is Dogecoin, maybe I should just leave it there. But being who Elon Musk is and how much of a kind of gamer and kind of in that realm of like kind of, what's the word? There's a word I'm looking for and I can't think exactly what it is. But XD, does anyone know what I'm talking about? XD was used as like a smiley face with like the eyes closed or something like that. I can't quite remember. Anyway, I'm maybe just thinking too much about it, but look, I'm just throwing my kind of bit in there as well. It could be Dogecoin, but until it's announced and until it's news, to me, it's maybe just him being his usual troll self, and it's a smiley face that he's trying to create. Because if you turn it upside round, if you turn it round, it looks like a kind of big smiley face. But anyway, that's just me thinking a little bit too much about it. But that's the news from Elon Musk anyway. Is Dogecoin going to be the payment method of Twitter? Bit of an interesting one. It wouldn't surprise me if it does happen. But anyway, that's the news on that. Now, Worldcoin. So I mentioned it briefly a moment ago. I've not tried to spend too much time with this coin in general because I don't really believe in it at all. But let me read out what it is, and you can let me know kind of your thoughts on it. So, Worldcoin launch raises eyebrows as WLD, which is obviously the token name for it, price notches a double-digit gain. So the native token of the privacy-preserving digital identity, which is known as World ID, project founded by the OpenAI co-founder Sam Altman, soared after listing on major crypto exchanges on July 24th. At the time of writing, WLD trades at $2.22, reflecting 33% gain on the day. Despite criticism that nearly every corner of the crypto sector, Worldcoin's one-day performance eclipses that of Bitcoin, Ether, XRP, and the remainder of crypto market, which sold off throughout the day. I mean, I don't know how you can compare that to any of those, but whatever. For many traders, the area of concern in Worldcoin's circulating supply versus its actual cap. With only 1% of the total supply currently in circulation, Worldcoin is a fully diluted market cap that exceeds 22 billion. So here you go. So Worldcoin taking a page out of SBF Solana Eco Playbook, launching and pumping a microcap S-coin with 1% total supply in circulation and a $22.8 billion fully diluted market cap. I mean, if you know about tokenomics in general, that is just nonsense, absolute nonsense. But anyway, I will continue to read on. The token launch entailed 143 million Worldcoin being issued. Notably, 100 million Worldcoin were allocated to market makers, with the remaining tokens being received by investors who verified by scanning their iris during Worldcoin's pre-launch process. Sounds a bit strange. Even with the concern about the token's price stability and long-term valuation, of course, exchanges will still list this stuff. But Binance, BYBIT, Huobi, OKX, Gate.io and KuCoin have listed Worldcoin in its current 24-hour trading volumes exceeding $348 million. So look, just because the coin's an S-coin, it's not going to go anywhere potentially. People don't like it, whatever it may be. Unfortunately, it doesn't mean that exchanges won't list it. Exchanges obviously make money from fees and trading fees, etc. So they will list the kind of newest project, not regardless of what they are. And well, I guess Binance can just list anything. But most exchanges, big exchanges, will list them because they will make money from listing them, as well as people trading them back and forward throughout the day. So look, it's not a bad thing per se, but yeah, just look out for that because you tend to see, just because these big names are listing projects doesn't mean the project's a good one or that it will last or whatever. It's just because it's a business. At the end of the day, they can make money from it. So it's not in my opinion, all that great. And again, just to show you that chart. So it was launched obviously yesterday, hit a high of like $3 and $3 and a bit dollars, if it will work. There we go. $3.33. It's currently trading just above $2. I don't know what the kind of ICO price or the seed round prices would have been on this. That could be why we're seeing a sell-off, because again, this isn't a unusual chart, by the way. I'm not trying to kind of pick it out and be like, oh, look how terrible this is, it's down 20%, because this is not unusual for some coin launches. The point I'm trying to make is the fact that they've only launched or have 1% circulating supply. That's not great, a great look even for a new coin to be released, and that's kind of more the point I'm trying to make on Worldcoin. There was something else I wanted to mention here. Again, from Raoul Pal. It's quite a long one, right? But hear me out, because I do believe that this does make a lot of sense. Sorry, there's something in my eye if you are watching this video and wondering what I'm doing. So yeah, also on Worldcoin then. So no view on the token, but 60% of the people on here already use Face ID on Apple, and 90% all gave your private data to Google and Meta. So again, I'm not 100% for it or against it. I just don't really think I just don't think the project will work necessarily, but I'm not here to kind of give my thoughts on it. I'm just going to give you kind of the facts. But yeah, people were freaking out about the whole iris thing and scanning your eye details to this company who has an AI company. But we already kind of give all of that information already to most of our phone providers and Google and whatever. You also have a passport, have global entry, use a credit card, carry a mobile phone, are captured on CCTV all the times, have medical records, etc. All of it is centralised. Also, India rolled out a retina and fingerprint scans for payments a few years ago, and it's incredible. You can literally buy a pint of milk with just a fingerprint, no phone, no wallet, no cash. It is possible in India. We definitely need a digital ID of humans urgently, and Worldcoin One answer. There will be many, but it is vital. The next step is fully decentralized versions with ZK Proof 2. 2 will come and is needed and desired. But Worldcoin is another example of how blockchain changes everything and how it gets to 1 billion people, CBDCs too. And the fight will be over centralization versus decentralization. Our physical nation state stuff will be centralized, and our digital nation network state stuff will mainly be decentralized. I think the latter will end up more powerful. So, again, there's obviously a mixed bag regarding this. I am not a huge fan of the tokenomics of the project in general. That's just me as an investor and stuff that I look for. But I am a fan of blockchain in general and the future of digital IDs and paying for things, as mentioned here, with your fingerprint and iris scanners and stuff. It seems a bit far-fetched, but it's good for like security as well. I remember reading a blockchain kind of magazine years ago at this point, and it was talking about having your kind of digital ID as your eye, so your iris, or a fingerprint, where you didn't need to carry anything, didn't have to carry a wallet, a bag, or whatever it may be. You could go to the shop, you could travel, whatever it may be, with someone just scanning your iris at the airport, in shops, whatever it may be. And people are trying to do it and create a more kind of secure wallet. I guess it's like a cold wallet or a human wallet to an extent. Obviously, then asks the question, people then start freaking out, thinking people will try and chop my fingers off to try and rob me or whatever it may be. You're always going to get that type of thought kind of creeping in, or I don't know, people stealing your eyes or something. I don't know what people think about, but yeah, it technically is a kind of safer way, because it's you. It can't be cloned, so people can't clone your credit card, can't clone your debit card, can't do a SIM swap, can't steal your driving license and use your information and your data or whatever. So it's all based on digital IDs, based on the blockchain, so it's secure, and it's your iris and your fingerprint that would kind of provide the key. So that's like your private keys almost. So your private keys would be your finger or your eye, which obviously is exclusive to you. It's one of one. And yeah, look, I'm a big believer of that in the future. I think Worldcoin is definitely the first one we're starting to see try to put that forward. The fact that it's from the guy who owns or started OpenAI. he's maybe a good person to start it. But as an investor in crypto, the tokenomics of Worldcoin don't look all that great. Maybe we'll cover that in a future video, or we could do like a project breakdown in our Discord or something, just to kind of give you a better understanding on that. But yeah, anyway, the news is Worldcoin is launched. It had a great start. It's come off and kind of come down a little bit since then, which is completely normal. It might be that just early investors are selling off due to the massive kind of rise in price. But the back end of it, digital IDs and stuff, I am quite bullish on. But yeah, I won't be investing in this Worldcoin project. But I wanted to present it to you just so you know kind of what's going on with this new Worldcoin thing. Okay, so next part of news then. So Ripple ruling and crypto ETFs drove a lot of urgency among lawmakers, reportedly, says the Coinbase CEO. Now, Brian Armstrong, we all know him by now, said that the US lawmakers have a renewed focus on regulatory clarity in the crypto space following talks with key officials. According to a report published yesterday, Armstrong met with the US lawmakers on July 20th ahead of discussions and votes on pieces of legislation aimed at providing regulatory clarity on digital assets. The Coinbase CEO reportedly said that the SEC's said that the SEC's lawsuit against Ripple, in which the court said XRP largely did not qualify as a security. I like how they've changed it to partial win or whatever it was they were saying before. They're now saying that they largely did not qualify as a security. No, let's get that right. The court said that XRP is not a security. However, for institutions, it was not confirmed. All right, let's just get the wording right there. But it did drive a lot of urgency among members of Congress. Now, Patrick McHenry is very much committed to getting legislation, said Armstrong. Maxine Waters is looking at it as as far as I can tell, I think the Ripple case drove a lot of urgency. Same with the Bitcoin ETF filings that we've been seeing recently from BlackRock, Fidelity, and major financial services firms. There are several draft bills on crypto and blockchain currently being discussed in the House of Representatives and Senate, including the Financial Innovation and Technology for the 21st Century Act. I love all the names that they give all of these things. It's very, it's as if they just add words together, as many big long words together as possible. Anyway, and also the Responsible Financial Innovation Act, Digital Asset Anti-Money Laundering Act, and the Digital Asset Market Structure Bill. Oh, geez. Right. According to Armstrong, the SEC vs Ripple ruling was creation of optimism that shouldn't be underestimated, pushing lawmakers to consider a legislative path forward rather than relying on court decisions. So, look, it's funny because Armstrong obviously is the man behind what was Coinbase. I don't know why it took me so long to say that. I was looking right at it. But he obviously, as we all know, Coinbase delisted XRP about 2 years ago to help cause the kind of destruction that was the XRP price over the past 2.5 years. But now, because Ripple have won this lawsuit partially, or whatever you want to call it, it now allows a lot of projects, especially Coinbase, because they're in hot waters with the SEC at the moment as well, remember? So because Ripple have had the approval, or they've been granted the non-security kind of wording that they needed, everyone's kind of now back on Ripple's kind of side and thinking, oh yeah, I totally agree, we needed it, Ripple have done so well, like they should never have been told that they were a security in the first place, blah blah blah. Just blowing smoke basically to try and kind of make sure that they look good and also get fans of Ripple to then be fans of their project and stick up for their project to make sure that the SEC kind of rule in favour of their project or whatever it may be. But anyway, the point here being is something that we've mentioned a lot over the past kind of few weeks, especially that the Ripple lawsuit was the most important lawsuit in crypto to date, and also the crypto ETFs that I've been mentioning a lot recently are super important for, one, driving forward in the kind of the future of crypto, but also driving forward crypto regulations in America, and also for money to then start flowing into crypto as well. So yeah, these 2 points have been huge and have only happened the past month. But I do see them for the next kind of few months still sticking around and making a lot of headlines and whatnot as we progress into the kind of winter period, and we start to see some more kind of buy the rumour type of news happening as we start to see more and more and more ETF news pop out and potential more approvals, or sorry, not more approvals, but approvals start to be questioned and potentially happening in the next kind of 6 to 12 months. So look, Ripple's lawsuit, game changer, and people are underestimating it, I think, because the price is down slightly, which again is quite silly. If that's how you work, then you are quite silly. But the actual reasoning behind the prices are not based on this news. It's based on chart behavior. Again, we try and tell you that. But anyway, this lawsuit and the ETFs are really driving the crypto space forward, whether you like it or not, basically. So yeah, anyway, that's all for today's Crypto and Coffee. That's not the name of the show. That's all for today's episode of Coffee and Crypto. I hope you've all enjoyed today's episode, and looking forward to another one. If you are watching it live, like I said, please drop me a like. I enjoy seeing the likes run up as I'm live. But also, if you're watching it back at any point throughout the day, of course, drop it a like, share it with someone who needs to see this video and needs to know a little bit more about Worldcoin or Ripple or the ETFs, whatever it may be. Share this video with someone who hasn't seen it before. Tell them to subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you haven't subscribed already, please do consider it. It's free. Doesn't cost you a bean to subscribe to the channel, but it means a lot to us growing this page. Now, if there's anything else you do need from us from the rest of the day or even tonight, on your screen, you'll see our Discord community. You can join that from the first link in today's description. We made a huge announcement last night at 8 p.m. to our members, and it went down a treat. We have a massive new project launching in Discord. So go check that out before anyone else gets to see it and be first to know what we're actually getting up to. Okay, so yeah, it's a big one. Go check it out. The link is in today's description. But that's all from me. I will see you all tomorrow for another episode of